That's coming up at 3 o'clock. In fact, the girls are making their way onto the field now, and we'll get underway very shortly. Welcome the players for the first of our finals in the bowl for the ladies, Mermaids versus the Two Blues.
Well, welcome everybody. The first of the bowl finals. It is the Manly Mermaids taking on the home side, the Two Blues. And joining us up in commentary, introduce yourself to the world while I fix my papers blowing everywhere. How you going?
Yeah, good. Keen to watch a bit of footy here and see how these girls go.
Yeah, it should be pretty good. The Two Blues, they look pretty good. Unlucky to lose, and Manly, they went straight through with a forfeit earlier on, so a little bit underdone maybe. It'll be interesting to see how fatigue may set in. It's been a big couple of days for both sides.
Yeah, day two, no doubt there'll be a few niggles out there, but I'm sure they'll push through it and yeah, hopefully some exciting rugby.
So kick off here in the final. It's for the bowl, and what a lovely bowl it is they've organised here at Western Sydney Sevens. So what about you? How's your career going at the moment?
Yeah, footy's going well. So we've been pre-season for about 2 months now, and so the boys been training hard in the gym a fair bit, and then we're off to Fiji on Wednesday for the Oceania tournament. So excited to get into some footy.
Yeah, definitely, and good run there. It was bait dull. Didn't see much of her in the previous game, but we did have this lady here, Horomia. Hard to put down, hard to stop. As they're inside the 22 now. The palm comes out. Just working away here, the Two Blues. There's a good academy program out here as well, and good for sevens in general. And the Manly Mermaids, they've always been there and thereabouts as well.
Yeah, two pretty solid rugby sides. Both love their rugby, strong rugby cultures. So, yeah.
Wasn't Cass from The Bachelor a part of the...
Yeah, where's she at? I heard she was a part of the team.
Yeah,
Why wasn't she even running around today?
She's upset, mate, as the ball comes wide. Inside the 22, Manly struggling to get out. It is the final here for the bowl.
Takes a quick tap here, a bit isolated.
Play on. So looking to use the pace out wide here, the Mermaids. And doing just that, streaking away. This should be a try, and it will be a try. Helu untouched in the end. Got around, used a good set of wheels there.
Yeah, nice little try. Showed a bit of pace there on the wing. That's exactly what you want from your player. Run 50 metres and then you can have a breather on halfway there and get set for the next play. But yeah, nice work from Manly there, getting the first try on the board.
So 5-0 is the score. Manly, they looked under a bit of pressure early on. Under 5 minutes to go. But they came good and they really chanced their arm, didn't they?
Yeah, definitely. They said they missed their first game today, so they should be a bit fresher than these Two Blues girls. So we'll see if that plays into this match at all.
Yeah, it may come in to play. We've seen a couple of, I guess, the men's side, they certainly, especially around the Shoot Shield clubs, I guess, probably not conditioned as well as some of these specialist seven sides, and you can see by the end of the tournament a couple of heavy legs out there.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's still fairly early on in the seventh season, so definitely a few tired, sore bodies, and the girls will definitely be feeling it, but I'm sure they'll push through and they'll be right.
And you can see some fresh tape on the legs out there as well. The staff here, all the support staff, doing a great job at the Western Sydney Sevens, already taking expressions of interest for next year. Any chance the Australian team might make an appearance, as they did for Central Coast?
Oh, you never know. I think it's definitely an exciting tournament. Nice ground here, good setup, and the footy seems to be good as well. So might have to have a word to Walshy and see if the boys can get out here.
I'll tweet him. So we're live here on Bar TV Sports. This match under 3 minutes to go now in the first half. Western Sydney, the two Blues, stringing some good passes together.
Good offload there.
Yeah, nice work.
Big fend. They're making some good meters here.
Pulled down, there's support on the outside. This could be a try.
Good tackle there.
Inside ball, there. Oh, that's lovely support, but that is lovely defence as well.
Great defence, great scrapping from the Manly girls.
You're going to have to do something with it. Oh, they might get over. Oh, turned on her back. Now she'll dive over.
It's a well-worked try there. They definitely had to earn that one.
Jade Huggins goes over. 5 apiece. They worked that well, and the last-ditch efforts from the Mermaids.
You can't fault the Manly girls' efforts there. They were making bulk scrap tackles, but yeah, good try for the two Blues girls.
It's like trying to get a last drink at the Stain for the Manly girls. Lining up for the boat shed. So 7-5, successful kick there. So two Blues hit the front for the first time in this final. So how's training been going under Tim Walsh, the pre-season? Is it the first full pre-season?
Yeah, first full pre-season, so he sort of took over after the Com Games last year. So, yeah, we started about September. We went up to Brizzy for an army camp for 2 days, and I tell you what, they were a tough 2 days. But
did you get waterboarded?
We got a bit of water.
Did you?
Just a bit. But yeah, lugging those jerry cans around, I tell you what, it wasn't too fun. But good camp. The boys really came together, and yeah, we've been ticking along pre-season.
Good for the beach muscles, though.
Yeah, not wrong, not wrong. Yeah, pre-season's never pretty, but it's got to be done, and yeah, the boys looking good.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's such a physically enduring style of rugby, isn't it, Sevens? You've got to be at your peak from the word go.
Yeah, 100%.
You can't play yourself into the season.
Yeah, not wrong. So hopefully the boys will be ready to go by Dubai, but yeah, training's been good. Been getting that speed in, getting that conditioning in, and yeah, in the gym a fair bit as well. So been some busy days.
So Western Sydney 2 Blues with the feed. Comes out, ball hits the deck. The Peppy, she's been in and around the Australian 7 scene for quite some time. She almost got through there, and it might be her class and I guess her experience that gets this 2 Blues side over the line. She needs to get her hands on the ball more, as does this lady here, Horemia. They've contained her pretty well, though. She's hard to stop. Yeah,
she's a big girl, but no, the Manly girls are working well. They seem to be going well with that chop tackle, but the 2 Blues are getting a few offloads away.
That's a good try there, Simpson.
She's done well there.
Yeah, Rachel Simpson, she's as well very experienced Sevens player there, and she showed a good bit of turn of foot to hit the line.
That could turn out to be crucial just on the stroke of half time there. The 2 Blues girls should put themselves out to more than a converted try here, so yeah, Manly will be looking to get one back early in the second half here, but good momentum for the 2 Blues heading into half time.
It certainly is. 12-5.
She slots it.
Now she gets it 14-5. That's beautiful.
So it's now 14-0 at half time. 14-5, I beg your pardon.
14-5 at half time.
2 Blues over the Manly Mermaids. Second half coming up.
The second half coming up. The next game will be Icons versus, let me see, the Barbars, I believe. So another good match coming up for the bowl. We're going to take a quick break and come back with all the second half action. So back to the second half action now. For this bowl final, Manly. They started off pretty well, but the two Blues have come back and hit back 14-5. So a little bit to do if they're going to take out this bowl, take the bowl home to the Northern Beaches, or it's going to stay firmly in two Blues territory. How do you think the second half's going to play out?
Yeah, I actually think Manly, if they can spread themselves out, use width, I reckon they could have the two Blues covered potentially, but the two Blues are doing well. They're keeping it in tight, using their bigger girls to their advantage, and their game plan seems to be working so far, so could go anyway, but two Blues got that handy lead at the moment. Little knock on there. Manly got the scrum, about 45 out.
So Manly, as you said, with the feed of the scrum, first chance here really in this second half.
Big scrum from the two Blues there.
Yeah, that's brilliant stuff there.
Looks like he's resetting it.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit too eager. Bigger pack though, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
So ball comes in.
Oh, she's away here.
Yeah, nice work, and not going to catch her. That's a second try. Lovely work.
The Mermaids fight back and score the first try of the second half. Currently now the score is 14-10.
She has got plenty of speed, Helu, hasn't she? Second try of the game. He's kept them in the match. They'll have to score again. We'll have to convert this first.
Yeah, she showed good pace there. I'd be trying to give her as much ball as possible from here on in.
So Michaela Hedge with the ball. It's low, but it's not going to go over. Unlucky. 14-10. Of course, the tournament brought to you by the Campsie RSL and Maryland's RSL. Get yourselves out there. Get to the raffles.
Low stab there.
Yeah, that's a lovely work. It was off the foot. Yeah, nicely controlled.
They've done very well. A bit of a late hit there.
Renee Jolly, a bit of a late hit.
Looks to have gotten away with it though. They've lost a few metres here, Manly, but they've retained the ball.
Yeah, they got away with that. Helu passes off the back. Nice work. The dummy comes off and they're back on halfway where they started. So 14-10.
She scoots here from half back. Back into contact though.
Lovely. Oh, they've lost it there. So
good pilfer there.
Yeah, nice work at the breakdown. 14-10 the score. As now the ball comes wide. The two Blues. This is where they're dangerous. Midfield.
Not back the turn, it looks like it.
So now, stepping their way through, the two Blues.
Good offload there. And the palm. Look at the palm.
Look at it.
Another offload.
Oh, yeah, she's so strong.
Boomfa.
There's plenty of strength out wide here. Oh, look at that. Just brought her back through. Got herself the penalty, and now the two Blues with a good chance to reset an attack here. Here's Helu. Helu takes the line on, steps off a left. Has support on the inside, may not need it. She's going to go to the line. She's going to score.
It's a great solo try there.
It's a good try to the two Blues. Takes them out now to 19. Now the Mermaids 10. Just under 3 minutes to go.
So 3 minutes to go in the match. 19-10. Can the Mermaids come back from there?
Oh, definitely. I think 3 minutes is still a very long time in sevens. You can almost score about 2 or 3 tries in that time, so definitely can't write them off yet. We'll see how we go, see how this plays out. A few subs onto the field, it looks like it.
Yeah, they'll need to get fresh legs out there.
Slowing the clock right down here, the two Blues girls. Oh, look to found some space there, and they've regained this.
Yeah, nice work.
Another great offload. Oh, ankle tap.
So here they come towards the line, and they're going to score again. The two Blues surge ahead, and they've not only got two hands on the bowl, they've got everything. The salad's in there and everything.
Yeah, I'd say it's theirs now. Definitely theirs now. That'd take something pretty special.
Yeah, a minute and a half to go. Chicken Caesars all round.
No, they've done well, but very impressed with some of their ball carries and even their offloading capabilities out there. They've really stretched the defence and yeah, put on a few good tries.
Yeah, certainly they started the slower of the two sides, didn't they? But they grinded away. They showed some good composure. The Pepe. Almost getting the clean out there, and she certainly changed the game, didn't she, La Pepe?
Yeah, not wrong.
And we said it was going to be her. She needed to get more touches on the ball. She did, and they surged to the front. So now Manly looking for a consolation try with under 30 seconds remaining, but they turn the ball over for another penalty, and here she is again.
Numbers
Pepe.
out to the right here.
Yeah, they should go
in.
all the way. That's a well-deserved try for a very... Oh, knocked the ball
kidding.
out. And that's what you want in a final. It's almost, as the ground announcer just said, he beat me to it, almost reminiscent of George Gregan.
Oh, great tackle there, cover defence. Oh, you wouldn't read about it.
So we're here live on Bar TV Sports. The next game coming up is New South Wales, the Icons side, the New South Wales Development Academy side, taking on the Barbars. So this will be a very interesting match as time has ticked, gone down, kicking the ball away, looking for the pace out wide. They'll get the ball back though, the two Blues, and they'll look to try and get one more try before the referee blows full time. And they may just do that. Up the middle, and they will just do that. So that seals the game.
Yeah, great result for the two Blues girls there. Pretty convincing display in the end. Put on a few tries there in the last couple of minutes. But yeah, they'll be happy with that. And take away the bowl.
Yeah, definitely taking away the bowl.
Final score, 31 points to 10. Congratulations, the two Blues.
The bowl will stay in Western Sydney. It's what the crowd wanted. It's what they came here for. They've got some silverware to put in that new grandstand they're building at Parramatta. Not the big one, the one from the Shute Shield.
I think we're going to have a presentation prior to that game starting.
So New South Wales development squad. They've looked a bit up and down, and you'd probably be familiar with a couple of players out there on the fringes of some bigger things.
Yeah, I've actually played with a couple of these boys, so I'm excited to see how they go out there. A few talented boys. Yeah, I'm expecting some good performances.
Impressed by Atwater from the side and a couple of others out there.
Yeah, definitely.
Turner was very impressive, scored a couple of very good tries. And Yule as well.
Yeah, we played a few trial games against a couple of these boys a few weeks ago, and a few of them definitely put their hand up for future selection and sort of knocking on the door. So another great opportunity for them out here today to put their hand up. But yeah, definitely some talented players.
how many trial games is what gets you ready for the series? Because normally there's a couple of more tournaments. I know a few of the guys sometimes play in Noosa and thereabouts as invitational players.
This year we haven't had a whole heap. Like I think in previous years, like last year we had some trial games up in Mackay. We went to Munich, went to America, and we played in Central Coast as well. So we played a whole handful of them. But this year we haven't had the biggest pre-season, and this is pretty much we had those trial games a few weeks ago, those internal ones, and then we're going to Oceania. So just the two sort of pre-season tournaments for us. But I don't know, in saying that, I think some boys don't mind that. They're happy to just get a couple under the belt and then get straight into it. I think last year was a pretty big season.
Yeah, it was a pretty big season.
We went for about 12 months in the end.
With the Commonwealth Games. And
so, yeah, I think a few of the boys are probably a bit burnt out towards the end. So hopefully the boys are a bit fresher this season. And I'm sure they're raring to go in a few weeks over in Dubai.
There's some members of our ADF there, some Air Force and Navy personnel.
These tournaments are great just to get the cobwebs out, get those combinations going, those connections, and just get a bit of footy under the belt ultimately.
The Central Coast the last few years has been really good preparation. I thought
unreal.
The side winning the tournament.
Yeah, it was a great tournament up there. Some real solid competitions. You had all these international teams coming over, and even the domestic teams are putting on a great showing. So we always really looked forward to heading up to the Central Coast, and it was a bit of a shame it finished up this year, but there's still a handful of these tournaments going around, which is good to see.
Yeah, definitely, and Bar TV Sports covering a fair few of them around the country during the summer, and we always like getting along to them.
Congratulations to the two Blues.
So the two Blues lifting the bowl down on the sideline, and coming up next, as we said, it's the Icons side. It is actually the New South Wales development side playing under the Icons banner, taking on the Barbars. The Nabakavasi Barbars will be interesting. Two different styles of play, a lot more structured from the Icons side.
Yeah, I can imagine the Icons boys will have a lot of plays, especially off set piece and whatnot. And these other boys will be very unstructured, which is sometimes hard to defend because you just don't know what's coming at you. You have all those one-handed offloads and they're just scrappy. But yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, defensively as well. The Icons side play a lot more structured. You'll see a bit more scrambling when there is line breaks from the Bar side from that aspect as well. For our viewers out there, this is the bowl final in the men's division. Icons taking on the Barbars. And it's a kick-off. It's nice and high. It's going towards the touchline, and it's out on the full. So, mistake first up. Not the start they would have wanted.
Yeah, I think the wind might have just got hold of that.
It's really picked up, hasn't it?
It has a bit. So the players will have to take that into account out there, especially if they're passing and they're kicking as well. But good result for the New South Wales boys here. Tap on halfway. I'm sure they'll have something up their sleeve here.
After this, we'll see the plate final, men's and women's, and then at 4:20, the big one. So Vuku, hard to stop out wide, but there's four or five around.
They'll be looking to hold this up and get the turnover here.
Well, if you can get the ball out, they're trouble because they'll have the overlap. Yeah.
It's gone out. Have a line out.
Atwater jumped on there and it's gone out, as you said.
A lot of numbers came in there.
Yeah, there was five. I think I counted 5 Bar players there.
It looked like a 15s game.
Well, it's something you certainly don't see too much in sevens, is it? The rolling maul.
Definitely not.
Bring it in.
Yeah, why not?
Maybe text Tim Walsh now.
There was actually one tournament in Singapore this year. The Canada bloke got held up, and there was 7 in there, I think. The whole team
really?
He picked him up and carried him over the sideline.
Well, Barbars win that. So scrum, 0-0 the score. No side really with the advantage so far. No one's really looked to...
A bit of a slow start here.
They're coming wide.
Jenny Blacklock is the winner. Congratulations, Jenny Blacklock, the winner of the Two Blues.
Nice step there by Petro. He scored a couple of very good tries in the last match.
Cut out pass here. It's gone to ground.
Yeah, nice work. Abele steps back on the inside. He's hard to put down. Runs back towards his players in a very good run. Tomosi gets back to his feet, loses the ball though, so very scrappy little affair, the bowl so far.
Yeah, it looks like both teams are throwing a lot into the breakdown, and yeah, it is. There's a few knock-ons happening out there, so they'll be looking to put a bit more emphasis on securing their ball and really getting that attack shield in there a lot earlier.
Of course, the plate finals coming up next. It is the battle for third and fourth in the Diggers Cup. So it will be the Volks taking on the UNE Cubs. We're getting back to this one here. Nice little short ball.
Great short ball.
And here he is again, Petro. He's going to go over for another try in this tournament.
That almost looked too easy out there. He's running about 60 metres to score under the post there.
Yeah, he's got plenty of pace. He sure showed it right there.
Yeah, I don't think the New South Wales boys would be too happy with that defence there. There wasn't a whole lot going on. Just a scoot out from the scrum and then a short ball.
We'll see in the replay, he really strided away. No one in chase either, which is a little bit disappointing maybe.
Yeah, I think especially at sevens we put a lot of emphasis on that sort of unrelenting factor, and that's chasing back to put that pressure on. You never know what's going to happen. So
we've seen it twice already. People dropping the ball
these
over
last
the line.
2 games,
running dead as well.
Yeah, I think you sort of got to have that never die attitude out there.
So here come the Icon side. Now looking to do something, turning around, throwing the pass. No look. He was under pressure at the back of the breakdown.
Yeah, they're under a bit of pressure here. They're going backwards about 10-15 metres. They've got the high shot there.
Yeah, Petro now with a quick tap. As they go wide. Here he is, Turner. Turner's got plenty of pace. We know that. Can he get away? Turns it back on the inside. It's going to be close. It's going to be over for a try. Lovely work.
They've done very well there. It looked like he was away down the wing and then he got caught, and I don't know how he got that ball back on the inside.
Yeah, Hunter Ward goes over.
And then he just powered the legs to get over the line there. That's a great try by the boys.
Yeah, seen quite a bit of Hunter Ward on Bar TV Sports. He played in that junior gold coming through in the schools program that they had, and he was a hooker back then, so probably one of the quickest hookers that's ever come out of country rugby.
Yeah, you don't see too many hookers playing sevens, I guess. Good
on
the
flag goes up.
With a minute and a half left in the first half, we're all locked up.
Yeah, so a very good kick there. It was a pressure kick. 7-all is the score. We were just talking about never say die attitude. Well, they've come back and got themselves back in the game.
That's a good kick there.
It's a lovely kick.
Ooh.
Tries to bat it back. Turner comes up with it. Looking for support on the inside. Might not find it. He's taken down. They're going to have to show some composure here, and they lose the ball, but they earn the penalty.
He's going to give a card here. That's some cynical play there.
A yellow card.
They'll be looking to take full advantage of this. The opposition down to 6. They'll be looking for points here before half time.
Yeah, 40 seconds to go, so running towards the line. Back on the inside now. Looking for the outside. Laddam's stuck with the ball. He was the one that instigated the break to get them in this position. Digging for the ball now.
If they can use them here.
Yeah, it's a good little draw and pass situation at hand, and that is a good try to Ciale. Had another man on the outside, so already that one-man advantage is looking pretty good.
Yeah, you can't be sending numbers into the breakdown in defence when you're down to 6, especially if you don't get a result there. So, yeah, good result for the New South Wales boys. Bit of a confidence booster heading into half time. And they'll still be against 6, I think, heading into this early part of the second half.
That one skews away. 12-7 at half time. We're going to take a quick break and come back with all the second half action.
Straight after this game finishes.
So back into the action here live on Bar TV Sports, bringing you this Western Sydney Sevens Diggers Cup all around the world. We've had viewers everywhere: New Zealand, America, Fiji, South Africa. We're massive in Germany, so a big shout out to all our German viewers.
Not bad, is it? I think that's the beauty of Sevens. It's just such a global game these days. So many countries are playing it and getting around it. And,
well, it's a great opportunity, really, isn't it, for junior sports? It's another pathway, with the Olympics now.
Yeah, I think that's the added bonus with the Olympics, Com Games, and then it has turned into a sort of professional program now. So I think kids are growing up wanting to be Sevens players, which is great.
Yeah, I mean, if I could run the 100 metres quicker than 16 seconds flat, I'd put my hand up. So kick-off time here in the bowl final. Coming across, almost going into the hands there of James Turner. Yule almost grabbing it as well. But it'll be the Barbars. It's 12-7. The Icon side hitting the lead.
I think the wind might have played another factor there. Neither team getting a hand on it off that kick-off.
Nice little short line-out play.
Sneaky line-out there, straight to the front. Caught them napping. Strong run in midfield there.
Yeah, good setting up the play. He's been unbelievable, Petero. He's done plays like that, and yet he scores tries from 80 metres out as well.
Yeah, he looks like a pretty handy player by the looks of things. Oh, strong run here.
Nice little palm as a ballet goes towards the try line. They're looking dangerous if they can get the ball out wide. Not rolling away.
A few penalties in a row here. They'll have to be careful here.
I thought he was reaching for the pocket
he
there.
Definitely thought about it, I think.
Just to even it up a little bit. The dummy's thrown, getting through, and the arm's free. It goes into the arms of a New South Wales player, but offside is the call. They'll look for the tap, and they'll look for the line, and they might just even get there. Yes, they will. Lovely work. It was Petero again, the double.
He's doing all the work at the moment, isn't he?
Big engine. So 12 apiece now, and this kick may not determine the match, but it'll certainly have that psychological edge for this Barbarian side.
Yeah, definitely. I think we've got a real contest on our hands here. I think the subbing will be crucial here. Late in the tournament, into the second half. Who do you bring on when? It'll be interesting.
Well, the Barbarian side, they had a few injuries throughout the tournament, so they are 2 players down on the bench, I believe. So it's going to be interesting.
Ideal. That's not what you want. Another good kick-off here.
Oh, it's a lovely kick-off, isn't it?
Ooh.
Oh, just coming down with it was Turner, and he finds Big Vuku. We'll get them forward now. Atwater comes in, and they drift across field. It's Graham. Graham straightens his line, does that so well. He's been doing it all tournament. The quick tap looking to be taken. Here's Atwater. Atwater, the go-to man. The creator goes back on the inside. Comes back around the corner.
Whoa.
Through the legs. Probably not the best players. Graham has to pick that one up. Now looking for the wide long ball.
That's a handy pill there.
Is on the outside. Turner gets it to him. Steps back inside off the big left foot. And good try there. Vuku goes over.
Yeah, not bad. A few frags out the back between the legs, and then somehow they swung it back to the left-hand side here and scored in the corner.
What are your thoughts on the between the leg?
Part
of your game?
No, definitely not part of my game.
You can be honest here on Bar TV Sports. You like it or you love it?
I like it, but I'm not doing it. If I did, I reckon I'd be getting dragged from the field probably because I'd end up throwing it into touch or something like that.
Yeah,
but,
there's only two options, like it or love it.
Yeah.
You can't hate it.
No, I like it. I think it's a part of sevens. You got to see that sort of stuff.
Oh, that's a good kick. Comes across and goes over. So Icons 19, the Barbarians 14. Certainly got a grand final feel about this one. A lovely take, not enough pressure there. They were coming through over the top. This is where they're dangerous, when they're up against it. The long wide searching ball. The straight line, good scrambling defence there by Icons.
Oh, unlucky there, I reckon. I thought he was good for that pill.
Yeah, didn't quite get away with it. Oh, a little kick in
no
behind. That's
sweeper.
lovely. Villamore. Oh, but he's going to be cut short. I thought he probably should have dived on that ball there, the chaser, but good opportunity almost seized there by Villamore.
Looked like the Icons player dragged him back on the shorts there, but I think they got away with it. The ref didn't see it.
The touch judge left everyone by surprise. He wasn't really in the position to make the call either, so they go sneakily over the top. Yule comes through. We know he's got plenty of pace as well. Scored a couple of blistering tries out there. The Icons now, they're getting a couple of penalties strung together. Connor Hickey.
Ooh, I think that's just gone forward there. Put under a bit of pressure.
Yeah, Laddams, he thought he was away though, didn't he?
Yeah, he looked like he had a bit of gas there.
So almost a minute remaining in this half on the...
Still anyone's game
ticker.
as well. Less than a try, innit?
19-14 the score.
Boys would definitely be feeling it a bit at the moment. Fatigue setting in.
Playing against a very strong headwind now as well to go with the heat.
Taking it quickly here from the scrum.
Yeah, good option. Oh, that's not the best ball as it bounces up. They do come up with it. It's probably their last opportunity here. 30 seconds remaining on the official scoreboard. Now it comes over. Namani, dummies. He goes through. Has he got the pace? He's got the pace. He'll get to the corner. He'll have to put that ball down.
I thought he had him there, but he just sort of kept
kicked,
getting away
he?
from him. Yeah,
He kicked.
He did real well there. Showed a bit of toe.
Definitely the shoes. 19 all. So
Kick to win it. What are your thoughts? You reckon he's got it?
I think we're going to run out of time, so the ball comes down to this kick.
comes down to this kick. Otherwise, it'll be a draw in the bowl. So
Is there extra time? No.
not in the bowl, I don't think. But then I've been wrong all day. So
That 10 in from touch here.
he's hit it, comes across, and yeah, just off the side of the boot there.
Right. Not sure what happens now. Do we play extra time or do we...
The ground announcer doesn't know. I thought only extra time was in the main game, but I could be wrong.
I think we've got extra time.
golden try or something, is it? Or 2 each way. It looks like we do have extra time, which...
All right, I've just been advised by the tournament director that there will be extra time, and it's golden point.
Golden point. So there you go. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, never really been involved in extra time, so yeah, I think it'd be exciting.
It could go for 40 minutes.
Could go. I doubt it, but I reckon the boys will be pretty sore. They'll find a mismatch and someone will be in pretty soon.
They've had the toss, so it's very imperative probably that you win the toss.
Yeah, you definitely want this ball straight off the kick-off here. You don't want to have to work for it.
Once again, just like to acknowledge the support of our major sponsors, our gold sponsors.
Well, the Volt think the women's team think they're playing.
They're ready.
They're ready to come on the field. What's going on? Anyway, we've sorted all that out. It will be extra time. It'll be golden point here in this bowl final.
And also the prize money, as well as our silver sponsors, Ingleburn RSL, Canterbury Helston Park RSL Club, Burleys Lincoln Catholic Club.
So, the Icon side, they'll be kicking off. Losing the toss, the Barbars, they'll be receiving, running right to left. So here we go, golden point.
We're underway.
Oh, nice tackle there by Ward, putting plenty of pressure on. Vuku comes
Always
across.
lost it there.
Kicking the ball now, the Icon side. It is the New South Wales development side. They have a big opportunity to take the ball home.
Exactly what you want. A centre field scrum, about 15 out from the post.
Options both sides.
Yeah, they'll have their hands full trying to stop this.
So it'll be interesting to see how.
Gone 2 left here. I reckon the half will be looking to scoot to the right and draw, but
we might have a sweeping player come around as well from right to left. We'll see how they go. Good.
They've gone left.
Scrum. No, they're just going to take it easy. Little step on the outside. Draw and pass, and that's a try.
Did he lose that? Did he lose that?
Did he drop the ball? Our hearts are in our mouth here. Oh, he's knocked it on, has he?
He has.
James Turner, untouched in the corner, went for the big roll. He had to pull himself up because he's right on the velodrome.
Oh, he was just going too quick there.
Well, the scoreboard announcer thought it was a try, but it's not. 19 apiece. And if any side in this tournament can go the length of the field to score a try, it certainly is Barbarian side.
Yeah, they'll have their work cut out though. 5 out from their line in the corner. I'm sure the Icons boys will be getting up quick in D here. But a little kick could be on here. See what happens.
Oh, good scrum.
Good
Icons
scrum. Turner.
Yep. So now they come out. Graham gets it to Turner. Turner turns Graham around. Graham now has a chance to go back, but he goes back away from his players. Now Turner has it. They're losing plenty of ground, but they'll need to show some composure here. Reset, realign. Vuka gets in. Little penalty taken. There's Ward. Ward looking for support, but he goes to ground.
They've lost a fair few metres here, but they've retained the ball.
Here's Atwater. Atwater steps off his right, but they scramble. Now it bounces up. Here's Turner. Turner steps off his right. He's very quick, and he's going to get there this time.
There you go. There's the match winner. And he
makes
sure of it this time. The double-handed put down.
24-19. So thanks for joining us. We're going to do a quick swap out here. I'm just going to get the team sheets organised. Introduce yourself to the world for us.
My name's Emma Tonegado. I'm a member of the Australian Women's Sevens team, and myself and Dominique Dutoy are just out here for this afternoon checking out the rugby.
Well, that's lovely. Obviously, we've seen you on Bar TV Sports scoring plenty of tries, so it's good to have you up here in the commentary box. Obviously, you guys are in pre-season training at the moment.
Yes.
How's it all going?
Yeah, good. Lots of training for the girls. I'm in rehab at the moment, so just kind of focusing on that. But yeah, the girls are getting excited. They just came back from Colorado, and a development team's off to Oceania next week, and then the girls go to Dubai in November. So there's a lot happening.
Yeah, there certainly is. Busy times. How's the rehab going?
Yeah, good. Getting there. Aiming to return for Sydney Sevens. So if all goes to schedule, I'll be there playing, which is just super exciting.
Yeah, nice one. And of course, Sydney Sevens at Spotless Stadium this year.
Yes.
Due to the refurb or the revamp of the SFS, as I know because I'm old.
Yeah, I've heard it's a really good stadium. I don't think I've been there before, but
yeah, we've done a bit of cricket there for Bar TV Sports and for the women's Big Bash, and it's good atmosphere.
Yeah, I've heard it's good. So yeah, very excited. I know the family's all excited to come out and watch. So it's always good playing on a home crowd.
Yeah, it certainly is. And Rugby Volt, the New Zealand Invitational side, taking on the UNE Cubs. So a younger side from UNE, not the same team we see go around in the Aon Sevens.
Okay.
But certainly plenty of talent on display.
That's awesome to see a development side from out there. I know in the Aon, they were starting to perform really well towards the end. So yeah, it's good to see that big things are coming out of Armidale.
Yeah, definitely, and it's awesome that they've got a side in the Aon Sevens, really, because a lot of the times country areas get forgotten about, particularly in a rugby. So yeah, definitely, they certainly have improved, and they've got a very big catchment to draw from too. So
exactly, yes, they do.
So this is the plate final. We've got the Volt taking on the Cubs. And the Volt side too, it's an invitational side. They brought out an under-17 side, so normally under-20s.
So this is basically youth versus youth.
It is.
Hopefully a lot of running
It's
then.
the future. 5 years ago, you might have been there running around.
5 years ago.
It's
Wow.
good opportunities. I'm being generous, I don't know. So plenty of players to watch out from here. Flavelle, she was up there on the leading try scorer list coming into the end of the pool stages. Next up we've got Brumbies taking on PNG. Should be a pretty good match in the plate, third versus fourth, so plenty to play for. Oh, good dummy, good show and go, and there's a chase involved. May not get there. Hina going for the line, turning back on the inside is Tarini. That is great defence, and that has been one of the big aspects of this Cubs side game all tournament. So stepping away, looking for somewhere to run, looking for a line, but just can't quite get there. Now they've got the overlap, but they go back towards the post. Butler it was. Now drifting across, getting the ball away, and that'll be the first try for Flavelle.
Yeah,
so good lead-up work.
A good set play there. I think that was a good old double switch, but awesome chase back from UNE. And I think, in those positions where you're so close to the line, the width really just kills the defence. And you can see that they just kind of took their time, but they eventually did get it out, and it was just an easy overlap on the outside.
Yeah, it was, but credit to the defence as well. You mentioned the defence and the call, but all tournament they've been unbelievable in scrambling and really the defence on the line, the desperation. It's very good to see for a side that's so young.
Yeah, it's awesome to see. Sometimes you get those young girls that are converting from other sports, and they might be a little bit hesitant in the contact area. So it's awesome to see them putting their bodies on the line, and yeah, it's super exciting.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, the Aon Sevens, it's growing as well. It's been a huge boon for Sevens rugby and women's Sevens rugby.
Yeah, they had the 2 new teams this year as well, Melbourne and Sydney Uni. So, yeah, growing every year, and it's awesome to see. And I think there was 5 stops on the tournament cycle this year as well. So just growing in every aspect. And
I know Newcastle Uni's trying to get a team in as
really?
well. Yeah,
oh, that'd be good.
They've just put. I think they've just committed $70,000 to the women's program in the area.
Awesome.
So that's certainly awesome. A tournament and a competition. Well, I guess it's a competition, not a tournament now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's growing.
And I know a lot of the Aon girls are heading over to Fiji as the development side next week. So it's also, I think it's honestly maybe about 8 or 9 of them heading over. So it's awesome to see, you know, that good things can happen when you play well in the Aon as well.
Yeah, definitely. It's a good pathway, as are these development squads out here, and some of these satellite tournaments as well. They turn up a couple of future stars. So it'll be the first chance here for the Cubs to attack inside the half. The tap's taken. Going wide. Piper Duck in the pink headgear. As they come wide, and it opens up, and we know she has plenty of pace. Mia O'Sullivan going towards the line, and that is a very good try. She is electric.
Yeah, she just really backed herself and just went straight into that gap. I think, you know, in women's sevens, it's really important to use the width and go from side to side. You know, they took it out to the right and then brought it back to the left, and that's usually where you find that mismatch when you, bring it back to the other side of the field.
It was good composure shown as well. They, as you said, they went one side and went the other. We've seen a couple of, I guess, these development sides in the tournament rush things a little bit, but good old heads on young players, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, I think in sevens, you know, the key is to actually have the ball, and you get so much more tired when you have to defend. So, just keeping relaxed and keeping hold of the ball is really key. And from there, you know, you can build that momentum, and often leads to tries.
That one goes down on the 22. Nice deep kick, making them play out of their half. So 7-5 the score, as that conversion was successful. We've got 2 minutes of play remaining. And it's also good to have, I guess, the players from the Australian side come out to these tournaments as well and support the growth of the game.
Yeah, exactly. It's awesome to see these young girls out here. It's super good. I think they're all, what did you say, under 18. So for them to be competing in an open women comp is, an achievement in itself. And there's a lot of international teams here as well, which shows, you know, how the game's going, and that the teams do want to come to Australia and compete in these tournaments. So awesome to see. Well,
speaking to the tournament director before, there's already been expressions of interest, because it does lead into that Oceania tournament from sides from involved in that. So I guess it probably could be a good lead-up tournament into something like that. I know you guys used to play in the Central Coast Sevens and stuff. And
yeah, I think a lot of these, like the Papua New Guinea and that, they wouldn't have that many tournaments to play. So it's awesome that they get to come over here and have the chance to have a run together before they head over to the Oceania.
Well, here's O'Sullivan trying to break through again. Couldn't quite get through. It'll be a penalty, high tackle. This time, Phoebe McLaughlin dummies, gets through, and here she goes towards the line. Has she got the pace? Yes, she has. Good try there by McLaughlin. She had plenty of toes. She looks like she may have hurt herself coming down. She was taken there from behind.
Yeah, she's all right.
They're tough in Armidale.
Good quick tap, though. I think, you know, that's such an important aspect in the game of sevens. Just getting that quick tap, and those girls are usually offside and working back, and if you can get the game on, it's usually a good opportunity to score or at least make a few metres. And was it O'Sullivan, did you say? Yeah, she definitely McLaughlin had her head on there, and took the opportunity and did really well.
Yeah, great work. 12-5, and good looking kick, just skews away though off the side of the foot. 12-5 score half time. So we're going to come up with the big second half of action. And of course, coming up next is the plate final. The Brumbies taking on the PNG side. PNG probably disappointed they didn't make the actual cup final, but in any case,
who's in the men's final?
The Island Breeze and Nadi.
Oh, wow, okay.
So it should be a nice free-flowing game.
Definitely a number of offloads coming up.
Been a big couple of days here. Did you make it out yesterday?
No, unfortunately I didn't. I know a couple of the other Aussie Sevens players were out here. I think they were doing the
You were
passing,
in the air conditioning, were
passing
you?
game. Yeah, I was at the beach.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, apparently it was a bloody stinker, so I think I'm kind of happy I didn't have to come yesterday. And there's rolling subs this weekend, is that
It is,
fair?
yeah. Joe, I think that was changed due to the heat
Definitely
on
needed.
Friday. And then it just continued into the Opens division as well, because I came from Nelson Bay, that's where I hail from.
Yeah.
It was 25 degrees at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, glad I didn't
Beautiful.
have to play yesterday, that's for sure.
Lovely weather for sevens. A great facility here, though, at Lidcombe.
Yeah, is
The
this
ground
a
looks amazing.
velodrome?
It
What,
is a
is it
velodrome.
cycling?
Yeah, there is cycling. Well, you could ride your skateboard around if you're that way inclined as well.
Cricket?
Yeah, they don't play cricket here,
Oh,
which
they
is
don't?
which is odd, given that it is an
Yeah,
oval. Perfect, really.
it is.
But it's also good because rugby fields on cricket pitches aren't
no.
the best in winter.
I've played in a number of them and it's
Oh,
not
so have
very
I.
nice.
So, it'll be the Cubs to kick off. They are leading 12-5.
Yeah, we haven't seen the rugby vault team have too much ball actually yet, so hopefully they can maintain possession here and put a few phases together.
Well, that's a good, smart kick over the top of the head of the Volt player. Matane. Now they're in big trouble on their own line. Here come the Cubs trying to get over the ball. We'll have to do something here. This Volt side. And
Oh,
they
here
do
she
manage
goes.
to get out of trouble. This is good stuff. We know the Cubs, they'll use everything to run her down. It's Hina. She's proven a bit of a problem every time she's touched the ball, Hina. This UNE side, they are giving up quite a bit of height to this Volt side as well.
Yeah.
As Butler
Oh, they got the ball
is
back?
taken in. Yeah, they've got the ball back. So tap taken. The no-look pass. It bounces up favourably, though, for the Cubs. As now they're 35 out. They earn another penalty. Just
She's
looking
alright.
again up. She's okay. Mia O'Sullivan it is. Should be the one taking the tap. Oh, good tackle there. Some big defence throughout the tournament.
Good leg drive.
Yeah, just trying to get through the line there and got over the advantage line.
Yeah, I think UNE, really need to use some width.
Here's Duck.
Oh, here she goes. Oh,
Oh, she skips away. That is very well done, Piper Duck. She's been strong all tournament.
yeah,
She hasn't
just
scored too
backed
many
herself
tries,
down
but
that sideline there, didn't she?
she's their go-to player when they want to set things up, and she did it all herself that time. Good try.
She definitely did. I think she had about 2 metres of space there and went around 2 people, so very impressive.
So 17-5 now the score.
Still plenty of time left.
And of course, plenty of pathways for sevens at the moment. And full-time squads for a few years now in the Australian setup, which is always good. Do you see, I guess, the Aon Sevens growing to something like that?
Yeah, I hope so. I think at the moment Aon's just a really good talent identifier and allows Johnny, our head coach, to go and look at those girls and see the talent. And it also provides a little. This year was a little bit hard because we had our World Cup so late. So unfortunately, a lot of our girls didn't get to play in it. But I know the plan next year is that we're going to play as much as we can, which is awesome as it provides some game time for us. and is in our pre-season as well, so we get that game fitness. So as well as a pathway, it's also good for us to go back and
hit the ground running.
Exactly, and those girls that don't really get to play a lot in the World Series but are still contract, it's a good opportunity for them to go and get some game time, as well as prove while they're still in our squad and that they are the best at the domestic level. So yeah, there's a number of benefits regarding the Aon, and hopefully it just keeps growing and getting better. And I think for all those girls to be able to travel around Australia, it's pretty amazing opportunity.
Yeah, it certainly is. And that's a little knock on there by the Vault. 19-5, 3 minutes to go.
It's definitely not what they needed. I think they just needed to relax and hold on to the ball, and they've got a few big girls, I'd say, compared to this UNE team. So if they can put a few phases together, I think they would have gone over.
Yeah, maybe just concentration. It is late in the tournament. Yourself, 2 days into a pretty big tournament.
Yes.
How are you actually feeling at this stage?
Well, it's usually, it's a final, so you've got to put everything on the line and try and forget how tired you are, and just stay focused, and you usually are absolutely wrecked. But,
how long does recovery normally take after a tournament?
Oh, a long while. Usually maybe a week.
A week, wow.
But,
and that's just the after party.
Yeah. But
I'm joking. As the Cubs take the ball forward now. Oh, unlucky to get away. They didn't get away with that there, the Vault. I thought that was fair ball. But
yeah, they've been pretty ruthless around the ruck. A few counter ruck attempts, but the ref's been pretty strict, I think.
So now drifting across field, the Cubs, the ball goes wide. Leanne Wright on the far side, she's taken down. 1:30 remaining. So here they come now. The Vault. Scrambling again well, UNE. Earned the penalty though, offside. And for our viewers out there, how tough is it? You're down by a try with a minute to go. You look at the big scoreboard in the stadium as they go over for a try here, the Vault. So
got it. If they can take this
Tarini it was.
Take this kick really quickly, they could be on.
Yes, and that try takes them up to within
They've got
nine,
they've got to convert this try to be able to draw even. So they'll have to try and take it quick, as you said. And this is the pressure of sevens, isn't it? And what's going through your mind at this stage?
Well, I'm usually not the kicker, so I'm just sitting there with my fingers crossed, hoping
blaming
it goes
the kicker.
in.
You can say it.
Actually, to be honest, I normally don't even know what the score is.
Yeah, right.
Until everyone yells at me and go, "We're losing," and you're like, "Oh gosh." But yeah, I'm really bad for just being really blasé and just focusing on what I'm doing, and yeah, I'm usually too puffed to even look to see if they get the conversion.
And that one was probably their last chance there.
I think that's about
19-10. So the game is over. UNE Cubs, they've done well.
Yeah, they have.
Both sides young, but they played really well.
Yeah, they have. I'm really impressed. Both with the contact. I think they've really just ripped in, and she's going to kick it out. Smart girl.
Yeah, that one going out. So that's the end of the game. 19-10, and the UNE Cubs, they are victorious here in the plate final. So it was third versus fourth. We've got coming up PNG taking on the Brumbies.
And I am going to pass out to my fellow Aussie Sevens player, Dominique Tutoy.
Thanks very much, Emma. We enjoyed your company. How are you, Dominique? How are you, Dominique? I'm just going to get myself sorted, so just introduce yourself to the world.
Sure,
I'm sure the world already knows you, but we're going to get the team sheets sorted out and get into this plate final. PNG taking on the Brumbies. Should be pretty good. But tell us what you've been up to.
I've only just got here, actually. I heard yesterday was very hot, so I'm quite pleased that today is a little bit cooler with a nice breeze.
We're at the beach with Emma.
Yes.
Oh, you were?
Not with Emma, but at the beach.
It seems like everyone was there except me.
At Sevens, where else would you want to be?
Yeah, well, no,
Wouldn't want to be at the beach.
I wasn't
You
at
could
the
be
Sevens
here
yesterday. I was actually at a wedding.
right. Oh, even better.
It was hot. It was in the Hunter Valley, 40 degrees, no shade. But anyway, of course, we've seen you many times on Bar TV Sports, which is always a pleasure. You're one of our favourite players, as is Emma, so it's a pleasure to have you up here.
Well, thank you. It's great to be here.
And how's the pre-season going before we get to the kick-off?
Yeah, it's going well. We been doing heaps and plenty of running.
Well, plenty running here in this plate final. The Brumbies, it comes off the chest and going over halfway, kicking forward. He made the mistake in the first game of going over the dead ball line there. Was unlucky. Rory Scott is the player. And he almost goes over then. So, presentation's being made to the right of us. And it's good that you're joining us here, Dominique. And how do you think this game's going to play out? PNG look pretty good so far as they go down the sideline. Brumbies scramble well. Two different styles of play.
Yeah, PNG look, they've got plenty of speed on them and wanting to just get the game flowing quickly.
And the Brumbies, they'll play, I guess, a bit more structured, you'd imagine, to this PNG side. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. Straightening the line just then. The Lambers. Geese. Turning around. Oh, bouncing off the chest. It was a bullet pass, wasn't it?
It was. He did well to keep that in his hands.
As Emil is taken to ground. Just setting up here nicely, PNG. Here's Alu offloading now to Devani, and that's lost in favour of PNG. As Alu comes back, cleans up the scraps, knocked on.
The Brumbies just knocking it on there out of the PNG's hands.
So the Brumbies side, it's a development side as well. We were talking earlier about, I guess, the Aon Sevens and the opportunities for women. Do you think a men's tournament as well? Or do you think that could be in the pipeline, I guess, on a domestic front?
Yeah, I would hope so. I think that would be a great opportunity. It's been awesome for the development of the women's game, so I think having a men's tournament run alongside it would be fantastic.
So that ball comes out. Alu, he's been involved early. Devani, little step on the sideline there. I thought he put his foot out there, Dominique.
Yeah, so did I.
But he didn't. So there we go.
Just knocked it on.
There we go. Just a little knock on.
Brumbies haven't really been in their half this half yet.
Yeah, they've been starved with the ball, PNG. The execution, obviously they're using this tournament as a lead-up to Oceania, which is in a couple of weeks, as you well know, and their execution just hasn't been on point. They did have a forfeit against them yesterday, so a little bit rusty maybe.
Yeah, one game short for their combinations together.
But fatigue may be hurting this Brumbies side. They've had a couple of really tough, tight matches out here, so we'll talk to Em about the heavy legs deep into a tournament. How do you go about that?
Yeah, no, I'm on the same feels as Emma. I do get very, very heavy legs and struggle to keep going into the back end of the tournaments. I suppose that's what the pre-season's for.
Well, I struggled getting up the steps here this morning, so you're doing better than me. So penalty there for the Brumbies. Can they use this as an opportunity now to attack? They go wide immediately. That's nice play back on the inside. Good support line shown. Keeley was screaming for it on the right, but couldn't get the ball. The tap's taken now. You'll get it, Keeley. Can they do something? PNG drifting across field. They'll run out of room here, the Brumbies, but they might not need the room. Going to get run down, though. Unlucky. Oh, he stays in. How did he do that?
He did very well to keep in then.
Rory Scott. It's going to be a card, yeah. Probably deserved there. So the Brumbies now with a good opportunity. Attacking the line. Now they come across. Nice little bit of footwork there.
Oh, he did well to get that ball out.
Harry Van Dartel. And that's a good try, and he's scored plenty. Brody Lieber. I think that's his 7th try for the tournament. Brody Lieber.
He's the first try of the match.
And Van Dartel, is he contracted to Australian Sevens? Has he been in that setup?
Who was that, sorry?
Harry Van Dartel.
Not since I've been there. Perhaps he has, and I just don't know the team very well.
Hey, you all live in the same camp together?
We do.
He might be the quiet one.
Yeah,
he's been thereabouts for the Brumbies setup. I know that for quite some time. I thought maybe he played in a couple of those emerging sides.
He possibly could have, yeah. Played in some of the Aussie development teams.
Yeah, he's not on the private jet just yet. But he's very quick, and he showed just then why he's rated very highly by the Brumbies.
PNG still a player down. The Brumbies want to capitalise on this early.
5-0. Nicely taken, though. Oh, that is poor defence at the breakdown. Oh, lovely step on the inside. No support there. It comes finally. Now they look to go wide, and it's going to be called back forward. I tell you what, there's been some line balls today, and that was the best of them. There's been some absolute horrors go forward, to be honest, and that one called back. Emile.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That was a good opportunity for PNG. Now just defending with 2 players outside of the scrum. The Brumbies have plenty of space.
It'll be interesting to see how they work this out of their half. There's Lieber. JP back into Lieber. Deceptively quick, Lieber. That's how he's got a couple of tries, and JB showing a bit of a dance there, bit of the Hollywood shuffle. As this PNG, the time's ticked over, and can the PNG side get a try before half time? It looks like they will, through Kalua on the far side. Lovely work.
Straight through the middle. Very, very speedy there.
Showed a good turn of foot, didn't he? I don't know if he had a low gear. He just hit 5th straight up.
That was straight through the middle of the Brumbies defence. They won't be happy with that.
Yeah, definitely not. It's so crucial at that point, just before half time. If the side that gets the try, I think there's a stat that normally goes on to win the game. So
yeah, well, they were up, and now they've let them into the game.
And just how important is it? I mean, you've obviously been on the big stage for quite some time now, and at that time, you know, what's going through your head? I mean, obviously the communication is such an important part defensively, sevens-wise.
Yes, it is. Communication and connection. That's our 2 words that we use in defence, and they're, crucial. You have to communicate and get connected before you can move anywhere on the field. Without those, you're not very effective at all.
You could almost be a relationship counsellor post rugby career, because I think that's what they say too. There's something to think about. Well, obviously, you've got quite a few years left in you yet, but obviously, it's very enjoyable, the World Series.
It is. We're very, very lucky to be able to travel the world, see all the beautiful places that we play in, and with a great bunch of girls. We're very, very lucky.
I know I've asked a couple of times during the Central Coast tournament to other, I guess, professional players But do you get much downtime leading up to the tournament, or is it mostly post-tournament?
Post-tournament, we don't get any usually. We
Straight
pretty
on the
much
plane.
leave. We have that night and then we leave the next morning usually. But we travel over a week before, and we usually have about 1.5 days of spare time where we can
Go and see the
go around.
sights?
Yeah.
Hit the local night spots?
Yeah, pre-tournament, that's it.
Yeah. I'm joking. Obviously, hopefully Raylene Castle's not listening in.
No, we never ever go out. Ever.
No, of course, yeah. No, I mean, it is a professional environment, and I'm only having a bit of a laugh, but indeed, what goes into the preparation when you're on the road? I mean, is it the same as when you're here, or is it intense?
Yeah, it is intense, but we do taper off leading into the tournament. So the week we get there, the amount of high-speed meters and Ks that we do at trainings are a bit different, and our gym sessions are a little bit less heavy, I suppose.
And who is your least favourite roommate? Let's get into that.
Oh, least favourite roommate.
Oh, let's stop right there because it's restarted, and it's going to be P&G streaking away for a try. It's Geese going over. He was pulled back earlier on and gets himself a try. So, opening the scoring there. So he saved you from naming your least favourite flatmate.
Yes,
Talk us through the try.
Yeah, that was again just plenty of speed showed by PNG down the sideline there. They've started this half, how they finished the last half. So Brumbies in the back foot a bit now, I think. Straight off the restart, that was quick try.
Well, that try in half-time certainly gave them a bit of confidence. The kick probably not going to get there, and so important in sevens, aren't they, the kicks?
They are very important. There's a lot of pressure on the kicker. I'm quite glad I'm not a kicker, to be honest.
Would you ever put your hand up?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
I love your honesty. So try scorer Geese getting the ball kicked, and the Brumbies will contest it. Wasn't going to go the 10, so they'll have the chance here to attack. And they go immediately backwards. Good line speed by P&G. Alu coming through. Now tossing it back. They've lost about 30 metres there, but it's not as crucial in sevens, is it, to lose? It's just about retaining possession, and you can see right here that's why, because they've created space on the outside.
Yeah, the Brumbies have done very well to retain possession. They've strung together quite a few phases there, and now they're playing out to width.
Yeah, they're looking to go wide straight away. They may just get there, able offloading the ball, but it's going to be called an obstruction.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Interesting.
They looked really strong there. They were going really well with their offloads, and they were really strong at the breakdown as well.
Now P&G, what can they do with the ball? 12-5, they're leading at the moment. Geese turned on. No, sorry, it wasn't Geese, it was Emil. And Alu. He's been pretty strong this game. Didn't see much of the ball last game, and he's one of their go-to players. Geese flicking it out the back. Now here they come.
Oh, PNG losing it there.
You can see there the fatigue in the tournament, because if that was day one, that was a try.
Yeah, he had some big long strides going.
He was, wasn't he? He was almost like an emu with his head bobbing.
He was a little bit. I think they had about 5 offloads in that phase there. They did well. It's very tiring when you're defending offloads. Very, very hard.
Yeah, just realigning and resetting.
Yeah.
So the big one up next, Randwick Magic taking on P&G in the Cup final.
It's exciting. Who's your pick?
I would have to say P&G, only because I'm not a fan of Randwick. Who do you think?
I don't know, I'm going to say Randwick just because you've said PNG.
Good. As the ball goes back to the Brumbies now, here we go home. Ball comes out the back, and they're looking for space. They find it on the edges It's JP. McKenna, well, he's got plenty of toe, and we've seen plenty of him in a few of these satellite sevens tournaments around the country. Very important. They play an important role in the growth of sevens as a setup and the sevens landscape, these tournaments, for players on the peripheral, and I guess it's just a lot of good fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Good opportunity to get some minutes in.
So PNG. Now they come wide, stepping off the right again. It's going to be close. Rona, inside ball. Keeping the ball alive. Brumbies almost come up with it, but again retaining possession. No way. Now he offloads to Samu. Samu taken down. Ball popped out. And there's trouble now. They just need to take the line on. Probably passed a little bit too early there, maybe. As Mock gets the ball away. This is going to be around the corner pass. Oh, gets the ball back. Joseph Mock.
That was beautiful. PNG just keeping the ball alive there. Again, stringing together about 5 or 6 offloads to then get the try over in the corner.
Now 17-5 with a kick.
That support play is massive in sevens. And PNG are always there in support.
So 17-5 the score. 1.5 minutes remaining. So with Oceania coming up next week, you're looking forward to that?
Yeah, I am. I'm personally not going, but I'm very excited to be able to watch all of the teams and the Aussie girls that are going.
First of the lead up into the World Series, it's always a good thing. Is the squad, I guess, is the squad made up of some development players and I guess a bit of experience as well?
Yeah, it is, absolutely. We've got some girls from the Aon University 7 series and then some of the girls who are in our squad at the moment.
So 19 points to 5. That was a good kick from out wide. And that's a very good kick-off as well. Coming up for it, and PNG bat it back. Alu gets it taken off him by the Brumbies. 30 seconds remaining. You'd have to say this plate is all but one. Stacked up in the trophy cabinet on display for this Diggers Cup tournament. So PNG, while they didn't get in the big one, they'll be happy. Oh, that's a lovely ball on the inside. No look, flick pass, and streaking away there is Ryan Keeley, who's had a good tournament. And he kicks his conversion as well. So we've got 1 second remaining and tick down. The referee hasn't looked at the clock, hasn't looked at his watch.
It could be playing a restart.
Yeah, I didn't think he... Wow.
I also thought it was over.
I thought it was over too. The crowd thought it was over. The ground announcer thought it was over. Our cameraman had packed up and put the stuff in his car. He didn't know he's got 2 more games to go. He's had a big day here. Andrew, credit goes to him. Standing in this sun all day. So the Brumbies get the ball back. Here's Lieber. 7 tries for the tournament. Penalty blown. Can they snatch this victory? This is what the sevens tournaments are all about. Down to the wire. Hard in mouth stuff. Harry Van Dardel offloading there. There's the try scorer, Keeley. Keeley put to ground, 10 metres out. Lieber's on the left. And they're going to be shown the card, are they? Yes, they are. Alu. So, there's no time left. As they go to Keeley. Keeley goes wide. Oh, it's a misdirected pass. They keep it in somehow. Oh, no, the flag goes up. Knock on. Flag goes up. That'll be game over.
Oh. Brumbies got 3 consecutive penalties and then, unfortunately, gave it away at the end there. That was going to be a very exciting finish.
Well, it was an exciting finish, but they lost their concentration. So the big one, the final.
We have Emma coming back for the big GF.
Yeah, nice. The big GF putting up a hand. Thanks very much, Emma, for joining us. Thanks very much for joining us. Well, you can both share the mic if you want to stay.
And it's going to be in the women's Diggers Cup final.
So the Diggers Cup final, the first one, it's the inaugural one. So you're up in the Bar TV party box. It's been going crazy all day, all week. So this is the big one, PNG Palais taking on the Randwick Magic.
Oh, I'm excited for this one.
And who do you like in it?
Well, I heard that PNG won yesterday in a close match, so yeah, it'll be interesting. I know the Randwick girls. I know most of them through Aon. I think they mostly play for Macquarie Uni.
Yeah, there's a couple of them there. Macquarie Uni had a side in as well. It was more a development side. But
so I think they're quite close and they will be hard to beat. I think they're quite a regular team, but and they've got Mahalia Murphy. She's trains with us on the regular, and yeah, they've got a few big names, so they'll be tough to beat. But I know this PNG team are working towards something big. They're heading to Oceania next week, and I think they need to finish in the top 4 over there to qualify to play in Sydney Sevens. So they'll definitely be coming out firing, and yeah.
Yeah, they played a really good semi-final to get into this. They'll be kicking off for your screens, of course, the Randwick Magic, part of the Galloping Greens setup.
Yeah, watch out for number 12 from Papua New Guinea. She's an absolute weapon. I think her name's Jo.
Lagona, yeah, she's one of the leading try scorers.
She's not what I want to play when I play.
Dynamic in the air as well. She's won about 3 or 4 off the kickoff.
She's honestly probably one of the best players.
As Murphy lets that one go. As you said, you've played with and watched a few of these Randwick players. Mackenzie getting the ball. She's one of the link players. She's had a very good tournament as well. She's the kicker for the Magic. So it is the big one. The Diggers Cup final. The women's division. So here's Murphy stepping, turning them inside out. We know she's got plenty of pace. Looking for a bit of open space. Gets the palm out. Good tackle in the end by Laguna. She picks up, goes herself, Murphy. And now, as they look to go wide, here's Kenzie getting it wide, and this is going to be trouble here for PNG. They're going to have to scramble, and they do just that. Very tough in defence, PNG. They've had a couple of yellow cards for being a bit too physical out there.
Winners, Papua New Guinea.
Offside.
Yeah, offside. So Randwick look pretty good at the moment.
And I think that's Amy Perrott reffing.
Yeah, it is
awesome
Amy Perrott. Yeah. Lane Morgan. And now that's the first try to Murphy. What about that?
Yeah,
it was easier than we thought it'd come.
Yeah, the old side to side to side. They just worked PNG way too hard, and they did quite well to cover the first few efforts, but too easy on the end there. They just had easy numbers, and Mahalia Murphy probably never scored an easy try in her life.
Yeah, she's scored some screamers in this tournament. Obviously, she's had a couple of issues with the hamstrings, so certainly almost looks to be back to full flight.
Yeah, I think she's on a part-time basis with us, and works part-time, I think, I could be wrong here, with the Rugby Australia as a community officer. So, yeah, she's doing a lot of work for the game, and I think she might, also could be wrong here, I'm not 100% sure, could be heading over to Oceania as well with the Aussie development side next week.
Well, don't worry about being 100% right. I've been making stuff up all day. It's fine. Yeah, nicely taken there by PNG. So they're behind on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I think this is the first time we've had the ball yet.
Yeah, they started slow in the semi-final as well. Here's Laguna now. Here she comes, winding up. She has got a very big stride. I don't think they're going to catch her. Here comes Murphy coming across to cut her off. Can she do anything? No, that is a good try. I thought she was going to try and make a play for the ball there, but a very good try by Laguna.
Yeah, I don't think you've got much chance of catching her once she's in the clear. She's just so big and strong.
Just cruisy, isn't it?
Exactly. She doesn't even look like she's trying.
And this girl hasn't missed too many this weekend.
She's an awesome kicker too.
Of course, one of the things about, I guess, the Australian Sevens side is the ability to keep chasing, and you guys never give up when we're watching it. Do you think you've run her down just then?
It'd be interesting. I'd definitely give her a good crack.
Yeah, nice.
I'd like to think I'd get
I like
it.
your confidence is good. Anyway, it's 7-5. That's a good kick to convert there too.
Yeah,
As
close.
we mentioned earlier on, they're so important, conversions. Here's Murphy again, so safe off the kick-off. She drives forward over the 40. Mackenzie now looking to play wide, and there's plenty of pace out there for the Randwick side. Oh, look at that.
Oh, still going.
Yeah, nicely done, getting away. Mackenzie calling for the ball, but they go back infield. Tia Hines it is. She gets the ball back, Tia Hines, and now looking to set it up. This is a good passage of play by the Magic. Mackenzie fills in to half. There's a player down from PNG as well, so if they can control the ball, I thought that might have been a little knock on. Now here's Murphy, yeah, got a call from the touch judge, unlucky.
Ooh. Yeah, they definitely had an overlap there. Hopefully that PNG girl's alright.
Yeah, she hasn't really moved. She came across in that covering tackle, and she never got up. Garessa it is. Chelsea Garessa on the far side. Did really well to cover.
Yeah, she did.
And come across.
So we have stopped the clock in the final.
Time off.
Due to this injury. So
Yeah, it is the final, so we will stop the clock. We did see some extra time earlier on. Caught us all by surprise.
Extra time in sevens when you're playing, it's definitely not what you want.
How many of those have you been involved?
I think maybe only one, which is
lucky.
I'd definitely say lucky, but we used to have 10-minute finals.
Yeah, well, that's right.
Which was, I tell you, by the end of the tournament, it's the last thing you want. But it used to actually work in our favour because we were probably one of the fittest teams on the circuit. So as much as we hated it, it was probably to our benefit.
readily and generously to making the biggest.
So how do you think the new 7-minute format is a lot better? I guess that the whole tournament's played over 7 minutes. So
yeah, I think it just keeps it more even across the board, and I think towards the end, you know, if you have those 10-minute finals, a lot of it just gets a little bit scrappy and things like that. So keeping it to the 7 keeps it exciting, keeps everyone, you know, a little bit more fresh, and yeah, a lot more exciting, I'd say.
Certainly is an amazing series to watch. Now coming across is PNG. They're ahead by 2 on the scoreboard. Have they turned the ball over here? Amy Perrott.
Magic ball.
We mentioned earlier one of the highly regarded referees in Australia.
Yeah. She's
and that's across all divisions as well. She's a very good referee. And it's a bonus for this tournament to have officials of this calibre as well.
Definitely. I think she's just been doing a bit of sideline work, and we see her in the gym at training all the time. She comes in and trains very hard, and she's just coming back from her little birth of her little boy. So it's awesome to see her back out there.
Yeah, definitely. Now Murphy gets it across. Nice little bit of footwork. Oh, that's some good stepping there. There's Waters. Gets them into the 22. She showed some very good footwork, and that'll be a knock on there.
Oh, it's unlucky there. They're in good field position.
Yeah, they need to hit back. It is almost the end of the first half, coming up to a minute left to play, and PNG, one of these sides that can hit you from anywhere, so they'll have to be aware right here. And it's a penalty, so not what the Magic needed. Quick one taken. Going over the head.
Here she goes.
Lagona. She's going to put the kick downfield. Interesting decision, but there's plenty of pace out there. Waters is very quick in her own right. Lagona coming through off her own kick, and this could be a try if they get the good bounce. Murphy's in chase. Murphy's right behind. She trips over. Oh, unlucky. Great work in the chase, but Rama gets the try in the end.
That was awesome.
Murphy almost getting there, and that just shows how fast those two players from PNG,
Yeah, they've
Rama
got a
and
good
Laguna.
combination, them two. We've obviously reviewed them a fair bit, and it's one of their specialties is the kick from Laguna and then the chase from the winger. And
They've both make it look so
Very good
easy because we know how
footwork as
quick
well.
Murphy is.
yeah, exactly.
And she did well in reining them in, just losing her footing at the end though. Good try for PNG. 12-5. That one goes wide.
Yeah, it's a little bit windy.
So that should see half time. We'll see half time. What are your thoughts on the half, and how can Randwick get back into this match?
Yeah, I think, they just need to hold on to the ball. They've got some good field position, and then they just, end up mucking it up. But I think PNG are looking the goods here. They I've only had the ball really twice, and they've scored both times. So I think Laguna, she's just doing everything for them at the moment, and you just really got to stop her, and I think you'll stop the team. But yeah, they're...
She's touched the ball twice, and both times
Exactly.
she's done something. So
She's very
she
hard
chased
to
her on her
stop.
own kick there, and she was probably 5 metres behind Rama on the far side, and that's
Still
how
got
quick. And all three ladies chasing were very quick, you know.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, I think Magic, they had them on toast earlier, just going side to side. So I think they just need to be patient. And PNG's defence, they're quite compressed, and then they jockey out really hard. So you think you've got a lot of space, and then all of a sudden they're there. So they just need to keep composed and come one way and then go back the other. And yeah, there should be gaps opening up everywhere. So that's what I'd say.
and for PNG, how do they?
I'll just give the ball to Joe. That's what I'd say.
Well, there's a couple of other players to watch out for there as well in this second half. Sampson in the 9 there.
Yeah.
She's a good link player. She's certainly kept the ball alive for them when they have got continuous passages going. And indeed Rama as well, who we saw score that try from 80 metres out.
Yeah, this is an exciting game. I'm excited for the second half.
Well, we can tell you're up standing in the Bar TV Sports Party box. As we come now to the second half, of course, the sponsors for the tournament, Campsie RSL and Maryland's RSL Club, Ingleburn, Doolies, Canterbury, and indeed Club Burwood as well. Big fan of Club Burwood, are you?
Can't say I've ever been there.
Good schnitzels.
I'll have to give it a try.
So, second half, 12-5, Magic are still in it against a very good Papua New Guinea squad, who have lit up this tournament, scored some amazing tries. And the Island Breeze from Fiji up next in this match, taking on Sydney Nadi. Oh, lovely take, coming across, bouncing the ball back, putting themselves under a little bit of pressure here, Emma, as they get over the 22.
Oh, good
Oh, penalty.
defense.
So what do they do here? They go quick? Yes, they do.
Yep.
Mackenzie
Ooh.
coming across, a little bit vicious there. Nice right foot step. And this could be trouble here. Can she go to the line and get over? It's Vasavalu. Murphy's to the left. She's screaming for the ball. Unlucky on the line.
Yeah, I think they just needed to go out to the right. I think they were they had numbers out there and they just kept stepping back in.
Murphy was unmarked on the left as well. So they had options both ways. Here's Laguna now. She's trying to get past it. Oh, that's a
good pass.
lovely flick pass, and it's good work keeping the ball alive.
Knock on.
So knock on both ways. Parrott right on the spot.
Yeah, I think that's a good lucky break there for the Magic. They're retreating fast there, and now they've ended up with the ball. Pretty good position, actually. We've got Murphy versus Laguna in the centres here.
It'll be a good matchup. She gets the ball early. Oh, Laguna comes up quick. Murphy shows good feet, good speed. There is an overlap now Finds it, stepping back off the left, off the right. That is lovely work. Darcy Morrison goes over with the dive as well.
Yeah, good feet. Turned her inside out.
Yeah, she did turn her inside out, didn't she?
Sustained pressure finally gets them across the line.
Murphy did well. She ran to the line, she drew, she passed, and
Yeah, I think
there was still
that flew in there and she was flying up.
there was still a little bit of work there. I thought it was Lagano that came off the line, but was it the winger, was it?
I think it was the winger.
We just missed it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice
it was,
beat by Darcy.
yeah, definitely. Certainly a player to watch out for in the future as well.
Yeah, Darcy's been coming into training and she just is recovering from an ACL, so she's just on 9 months, so it's awesome to see her back playing. I know she's been working really hard and she's definitely...
Oh, that's a good kick there.
Ooh.
Almost kept the ball into Montana Waters. She's been very impressive in the tournament. Diminutive, but very quick. She scored a very good try down here and just pushed over the other player. She was held up over the line, and I think she was underestimated.
She's got some gas, yeah. That's for sure. She's very fast.
So Levi with the ball. They go up and contest. Oh, lovely steal there by the Randwick Magic, but the short arm's called. A little bit unlucky there. Thrown away too. That's going to be a card, yeah. We've seen them be a little bit lenient on that in the tournament, but it is the final of the Cup. And
exactly.
Cynical play. The best name for a law as well, isn't it? Just cynical. Oh, knocked on. And I can tell you she was looking for a bit of a mismatch. But here comes Montana now. Has the ball on the far side. Ducked out of a couple of tackles and has earned herself the penalty as well. So player down. They need to show some composure here, the Magic. 12-10 the score. Here's Mackenzie. Oh, lovely show of feet there by Tia Hines. Driven towards the sideline, but she stays in. How was that? Thought the inside ball was on. Oh, that's a lovely ball. Here's Waters on the outside. Waters now going for the corner, and she's over for a try.
Yeah,
lovely work.
Scored with 6.
Yeah, 6 players down. P&G will not be happy about that. Now Randwick take the lead here. And you'd have to say almost against the run of play with the player down.
Exactly. It's yeah, usually, you know, when you have 7, you just get up and get in their face and try and force the error. But yeah, Randwick did really well to stay composed and yeah, use the full width. I think Papua New Guinea, you know, were a little bit lazy, to be honest, and didn't push over as fast as they should have.
Well, it's a very tough kick from the sideline. 15-12. Mackenzie, she got one earlier in the tournament from a similar position, but the wind is blowing pretty hard at the moment. 15-12. Not a good day to be a goal kicker.
No, definitely not.
Any day is a good day to be a goal kicker. So Mackenzie coming from the field as well.
Magic have weathered the storm and they've got back to 7 players again.
Oh, losing the ball there. So here come the Magic. This will be a massive effort if they can hold on to this lead, as Murphy now looking to draw and pass. Wasn't the best out of the hands, but they come up with it, the Magic. They're going to have to, yeah, they're going to have to do something here, trying to work at the breakdown. P&G works really hard, so now the Palais looking for the kick. Laguna, this is where she scores a try. Oh, that's a lovely kick over the head. And it must have bounced pretty high because she's pretty tall. 47 seconds remaining. The knock-on's called.
I think she might have thought it was the end of the game.
I think she did. Not to worry, maybe a bit of gamesmanship coming out as well. getting the clock to tick down.
Yeah.
Bit of confusion, but anyway, Magic, they're in the lead, 15-12. The Randwick side. And if they win this will be one of their more famous victories. And I'm including the 80s as well. As now they come across Waters. Losing the ball. Here's Tatum Bird. Tatum Bird can't hold on to it. Here comes P&G. P&G now going for the try line. It's been called back by Perrott. The clock has ticked over. Will
Not sure
get
whose
another play
ball
in,
it
Emma?
is. Oh, Randwick. Was that maybe tackled without the ball?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think it was tackled without the ball. We're not hooked up to the comms today. And that one kicked out by Mackenzie. And Randwick Magic win the first Diggers Cup for the Western Sydney Sevens.
What an exciting game.
It was a great game. I don't think it's over, though, is it?
In very difficult circumstances to win the very first ever.
Yeah, they're going to shake hands now. They had a bit of a conversation out there. The Perrott and her touch judge or assistant, I thought it was going to be over. So now with one game to play, the men's final, you're going to join us for that one too?
I think so.
Appreciate
I'm
your
not sure
time.
where Tim Anstey's gone.
Good luck to you as well in the Oceania.
I think you're more knowledgeable anyway, Tim.
The Diggers Cup, the very first Diggers Cup will be presented by members of the Australian Defence Force.
I'm kidding.
Represented today by the Royal Australian
Well, thanks very
Defence
much for joining us.
No
We
worries.
really
Thanks for
appreciate your
having
time.
me.
It's always a pleasure, I guess, when we're covering you on Bar TV Sports, which we have
It's a
in
pleasure
the
to be
past.
here.
It's great to have you in commentary for the first time, and
Thank you
hopefully
so
you
much.
go on with the job after your career.
We'll see. Thank you.
Nice one. Thanks, Emma. I'm joined by Emma Tongardi from the Australian side. And we're back.
Right now, the tosses.
You've been down on the sidelines, Tim. What's been cracking?
Just doing a few presentations and whatnot down there.
Is your wrist sore from all the autographs?
Not too many autographs happening today.
Anyway, we've got the Island Breeze taking on Sydney Nadi, and it's going to be a very good match, a good free-flowing match out here. We just saw the P&G side go down to Randwick Magic 15-12 in a bit of an upset there in the Women's Cup, but here it is, the last game of the day. Island Breeze taking on the Nadi side. Where do you see this game going? It could go either way.
Yeah, I don't really know what to expect. I think both teams will play a pretty free-flowing sort of style of game, so I think anything could happen out there. And, I can't wait.
Yeah, it'll be a good match. Not long to kick off now. And it's a credit to the tournaments. We're only 5 minutes over scheduled time, so here we go. Island Breeze have the ball. They'll be kicking off. Referee blows a time on.
Stacked to this left-hand side here.
It is
good kick.
Showtime. It is a good kick in the Diggers Cup final.
Bodies everywhere.
Here on Bar TV Sports. Getting the ball wide. The ball goes back. And here comes Nadi. Now, as they drive up the field, playing with a little bit of composure. They played a very good semi-final. Senawana taken down. And that's a penalty now to the Breeze. So
It's done well there. Great Pilfer there. Bit of a change of momentum. Takes a quick tap.
it was nice work. Kurabua looking to get the ball wide. Has the ball again. Kurabua now looking for a little goose step. We know he's very strong and he's very deceptively quick as well as he gets the ball back on the inside. Sebalulala turns it over. So now Nami looking to go up the field and they lose the ball. Now the Breeze have it back and it's going to be a seesawing affair, you'd like to think.
Well, I can't keep up here. The ball's going everywhere. There's bodies going everywhere. It's all happening.
Juggled at the back of the breakdown there. A little kick forward. This is going to be close if he gets the favourable bounce. Toes it on forward. And this will be a try. Well, Tora goes over and that's a try. That's the first try in the Diggers Cup final.
That was pretty good. I'll give him credit there. It wasn't a bad try. He's done well to keep that on the foot, and then he's got the bounce there at the end there.
Got a lovely little bounce up into his hands, didn't he, to dive over. 5-0 the score. Kicks will be so crucial in this game because defence looks like it may have gone out the window.
That happens sometimes in these later stages of the tournament.
So just taking his time to bring the ball back as well, soaking up every bit of oxygen he can. The kick off his own try. The flag goes up. So 7-0. The Island Breeze running into a very stiff wind, to be fair. And
yeah, it's definitely picked up a bit out here.
They want a high kick. Don't think it's going to go 10 though, but they're going to play at it. So
interesting decision.
Nadi goes for it. Now they look to shift the ball wide. Dummy almost slicing through.
He's lost that forward there. Just looked to force the offload, I think, and he's lost it forward.
Yeah, both these sides probably looking like tournament favourites from the outset, along with P&G as well. Unfortunately, only two sides could make it because all three sides have had a very good tournament. So now Lee using the short side and running out of a bit of room, stopping, straightening his run. It was Moto getting a ball on the inside. Went above the horizontal, but it was an ankle tap coming across over the top. That'll be a penalty for sure.
Takes the quick tap.
Yeah, the quick tap, Moto takes it. So looking to go wide. There's the try scorer in Tora.
Another high
getting
tackle.
a ball away. Oh, he should have let it play on. Advantage, where was it? Yellow card though, so they'll get the one-man advantage, but I thought maybe should have let that play.
Yeah, it could have been a try there, I think.
Now coming across. Spinning away. Flicking the ball on the inside, Moto.
Another penalty. They're going to have to be careful here.
Well, they're going to score here, I think. Well, they have to, really. Now they go wide. It'll bounce up, and that's a try for Aloisi Sebilalala. Almost started singing as he scored that, but that's a try. 12-0 the score here in the Diggers Cup final. We see to the right of us the Randwick Magic side with the check. Winners of the Diggers Cup in the female division. So tough kick this one. Right out on the sideline into the breeze. It's Tora. Hits the boot. It actually looks pretty good. No, it goes in front of the post and across. So 12-0 Island Breeze. Just executing that a little bit better at the moment, but Nani, they can certainly come back and score from anywhere on the field.
Yeah, that's the beauty of sevens, isn't it?
One comes up, almost taken. Little knock on.
Looks like they got the ball back here.
Yeah, Island Breeze. Can they get another one before full time? If they do, it's going to be very tough. Nani, who really haven't seen the ball, and when they have caused a couple of errors, the Island Breeze, through some pretty good defending. It's an aspect of sevens that often gets overlooked, isn't it? The defensive effort that goes in.
Yeah, definitely. It's all those one-on-one tackles that are really crucial in sevens. You miss a tackle and they're pretty much through under the sticks.
Tora almost tried to step through and accelerate there. Couldn't quite get through. Yeah, Moto, he looks for the offload again. That's good work of the breakdown there in the ruck. Nadi now, can they get something going here before half-time? Sakura, the captain. Here he is with the ball. He goes back to the left. Not a bad option. They'll look to keep the ball alive as much as they can. Wasakake gets it away, stepping off the right. This will be dangerous here. Jale
just lost it there.
Just lost it. And a little bit angry with his effort as well. He
sort of made the half break there. Had the supporter on the inside. And
yeah, they've had everything stick for them all tournaments, just not coming up off for them today. Here in the cup final, the one where it counts.
They are looking threatening, but I'll give them that. What's up in there?
Ball spits out.
Against the head.
Yeah, the captain gets
Tight
it.
Head.
So now, using the entire field. Oh, that's a good tackle.
Ball and all tackle there.
Yeah, very good. Slowing up the play and
he's forced the turnover.
Yeah, causing the turnover. So that'll be half time, 12-0. It was a pretty quick half. And it was an exciting half as well. We'll be back with all the second half action in just a moment to catch the winner of the Diggers Cup.
12 points to nil.
Welcome back, everybody, to the final of the Western Sydney Sevens, the Diggers Cup. It's been a massive couple of days here, and it all comes down to this 7 minutes. Where do you see this final going? Do you think Island Breeze, with the lead that they have, do you think it's enough?
I wouldn't say 12-0 is enough, but they are looking the more dominant team out here. Things seem to be clicking in attack, and they seem to be scrapping pretty well in defence. They've forced a few turnovers, but he's saying that anything could happen here in the second half, and we'll just see how it all pans out.
Yeah, it's certainly not boding too well at the moment. The execution just wasn't there for Sydney Nadi side.
A completely stacked right-hand side here.
Yeah, we've seen a few sides adopt this tactic off the kick-off. They've got to get it right, though. They get it nice and high up in the air, and here they come. The final 7 minutes. It all comes down to this. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in to Bar TV Sports throughout the tournament. If you want, let us know your thoughts on the feed on who you think's going to win. As we get to the action, it'll be a feed to Island Breeze, and they can score points from anywhere. Now the ball comes out. Steps off the right. Nice work. He's
good attack shield in there.
Yeah, he set up a lot of the play as well. Now Ismaili turns back on the inside. Moto, he's been involved in everything, and that time it doesn't stick for Island Breeze, so this is probably the best chance that Sydney Nadi has had in this match.
Yeah, scrum, 30 out, attacking. We'll see what they got up their sleeve here. But yeah, definitely a great platform to get some points on the board.
Off the back there and looking just to set the play up and show a bit more composure, which may have been the talk at half time. Now they come across. Just trouble there on the far side, but again Island Breeze doing very well scrambling in defence.
Yeah, just forced into touch there. That's not what you want. You got a full field to play with, only 7 players. I think they got to be doing better there.
Icondrado, he was forced towards the touchline, and then they were just forced into the error, weren't they?
Yeah, I think that's just been the theme of this match so far. They've just been forced into throwing that final pass, and it hasn't been coming off.
So that ball coming off the top, bouncing away, and now it's popped up, and here they come. First chance, and again it doesn't stick for them. So now the Island Breeze looking to counter-attack. As they're coming up the field, they're adjusting the Nadi side, and he's taken down, 40 out. But it'll be a penalty now to Island Breeze.
And kicks that away.
Yeah, that will be a yellow card, you think?
That's silly there.
It is a rule that I guess Sevens has adopted, hasn't it? And it's a law, sorry, and it's a good one, I think.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Cynical. I was saying to him before, I love the name for it too. It's so weird. It's right up my alley. As we go back to the action now. The scrum being set, the clock ticking down. Island Breeze have one hand on the cup.
Just under 4 minutes to go.
And of course, Lion, Nathan and Coca-Cola Amatil, the two partners here. It'd be interesting to see what goes in the cup out of those two. I know I need a water in the Bar TV party box, and as it comes across now, this is probably the last crack to get some points on the board for Nadi. But the Island Breeze, they just look, they've got too much pace at the moment, and the ball's turned over. Ducky under is a lover.
You making up these names?
I'm actually not. Alavula. But I've been calling him a lover all day. Shaggy. So now, 12-0 the score. Under 3 minutes remaining. And it's been a great tournament. We've had some great guests up here, but I'll say you've been the best because you're the last.
Thank you. I'll take that.
So the ball comes out now. 2.5 minutes and good defence in the middle there by the Island Breeze side. Really working for it, working for each other. Now the ball comes out.
Plenty of space here.
Rapade, he's accounted for though. He's taken to ground with a bit of a struggle.
Yeah, a bit of pressure at the breakdown there.
Now they come across looking for runners. They find it on the angle back in. Tenosi.
Just straight off his feet there.
Yeah, over his tackled player. So now here they come. The ball goes out wide, and this is going to be the first chance. Is there support? Yes, there is. Rapati gets it on wide, and that's great covering defence. The ball stays in though. They look to bring it in.
Big gap here.
Yeah, massive gap. You think they're going to have to score here, but again, Island Breeze, they come across. Oh, that's great cover defence. The ball's still alive though, kept alive.
High tackle, they go quick here.
And that's nicely done.
Should be a card.
Yeah, it'll be a card. He's been good as well as Moto, and the quick tap taken, and that's a try. They open the account. There's a minute left.
Game on.
They got the man advantage as well. So you'd have to imagine that this is a fairly easy kick to take. I have put the mocker on quite a few kickers here today.
He'll want to slot this one, make it a bit easier if they score.
And he's done it. So 12-5, 30 seconds remaining.
In the final, let's make some noise and bring them home, folks. There's only 30 seconds.
It's definitely going to have to go contestable here.
Yeah, they have to go for this ball, don't they? Will they go high? Will they go along the ground? They go
short,
along the ground short. Oh, that is a short arm as well. It's off the mark there. So 17 seconds remaining. What will the Island Breeze do? I can tell you what, they'll attack.
They're just
not content to control the lead. They want to try and get points on the board by the looks of things. It's a dangerous game to play. Isolated now, coming over. They might get the turnover there. Yes, they do. diving over, so one more shot.
And they need to go about 70 metres here.
And here's the skipper stepping away. Here they come, Sydney Nadi. They've been out of the game. Can they come back? Can they score? It looks like they may do on the far side. But again, Island Breeze, they cover across. It's Tora.
Oh, turnover.
Loses
All they
the
have to
ball.
do is get it out here. That's the game.
And that will be the game, 12-7. It was promising to be an exciting finish, and in the end, the Island Breeze were too strong. For you, who was the best out there?
Yeah, I think Island Breeze probably deserved that one. They got some early points on the board in that first half, and then I think their defence won it for them in the end. They didn't have a whole lot of pill in that second half, and they just seemed to make their tackles when it mattered and forced those turnovers.
Very good. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for tuning in, everybody, to the Western Sydney Sevens. We'll bring you the presentation as well, so stay tuned for that. We'll let you go to the presentation. Thanks very much for joining us. All the best with the rest of, I guess, the start of the season as well. Starts next week in Oceania, Suva.
Yeah,
you should be pretty pumped for that.
Next weekend, but yeah, thanks for having me.
No worries. We'll catch you next time. I'm Gareth Wozik, and it has been a massive couple of days here for Bar TV Sports. A special thank you to all the sponsors involved getting this tournament together. And that starts with the gold partners in Kempsey RSL and Maryland's RSL. Then we've got Ingleburn, Canterbury, Doolies, Club Burwood, and then, of course, Coca-Cola, Amatel, Lion Nathan supplying the drinks as well. The community partners involved is the Veterans Benevolent Fund, which appreciate everyone watching, everyone chipping in to the fund, VCN, and, of course, it's brought to you by 2 Blue Sevens and Bar TV Sports. If you want to grow the game, get in contact with us. Thanks very much, everybody, and we'll catch you next time.
You get in touch and we'll take it from there. So we're going to have the presentation for the men. And the Diggers Cup as soon as the boys finish their song. Also, our members of the Australian Defence Force deserve a thank you as well for their attendance, and also Molly Gray, who is our official ambassador, who has attended as well. There's probably a heap of people I've forgotten to thank, but you all know who you are, you've contributed to the success of this event, especially to the players from all clubs, both local in Sydney, up through the Central Coast, down into the ACT, overseas into Fiji, New Zealand, and Papua New Guinea. This is already the premier Sevens tournament in New South Wales, and next year we'll be rivaling some of the other tournaments that become amongst the best in Australia, invitational Sevens tournaments. So you're part of something special, part of something historic today by being here. And the captain's now received the winner's check from Gary Gibson, the CEO of the Southern Services Club Association, a check for $5,000 to our winners, the Iron Breeze. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attendance over these few days. All the best to everybody throughout the rest of this year, and we'll see you back same weekend next year. You play already, same weekend next year for the Biggest Cup 2019 at Granville Park. Travel safely, everybody.